Hi, how's everyone? I'm not here today, so you're watching this video. So you need to get out worksheet 6.5. And remember, these were the notes we had taken on Thursday. So let's go through and finish this. Make sure, if you have any questions, make sure you ask me. So we want to write the expression in standard form, so that I have to change it to 4x plus 7. In fact, let's change all of these to standard form. So x squared would come first here, minus x minus 3. This one, I want the highest exponent first, so that's plus 8x squared. And this one's already in standard form. I don't know why we did that, but it's kind of funny. Um, number 5, 2x to the fourth minus 4x squared plus 6x. Okay. Then we want to list our leading coefficient. So our leading coefficient is what's ever out in front. Just the number, not the letter as well. That's the leading coefficient. And then we want to classify by degree. Well, this is raised to the first power, so this is called linear. This is raised to the second power, so this is called quadratic. This is to the third power, so it's called cubic. This is to the second power, so it's also called quadratic. This is to the fourth power, so this is called quartic. Kind of a strange word, isn't it? Then we want to classify by the number of terms. So I happen to have in here, let's kind of change color. I have two terms, so this is called a binomial. This has three terms, so that's called a trinomial. This has two terms, so this is called a binomial. This has one term, so it's called a monomial. And this has 1, 2, 3 terms, so this is called a trinomial. When we test you on these, we will make sure we have these words listed in order someplace on your test. You will have a quiz on Monday, a small one, another small one, little half sheet. So make sure if you have any questions. All right, and then we come down below. Remember, I did number 6 on yesterday's, so that's the answer to it. Number 7, I can go ahead and drop the parentheses. I don't have to change any signs because there was an addition sign right there. And let's combine like terms. So that's going to give me negative 1x to the fourth, or just x to the fourth. And then I have a 2x and a 2x. Add those together, I get 4x. And I have a 6 and a negative 8, negative 6, negative 8, so that's negative 14. So this is a fourth degree. So it's a quartic. And there's three terms, trinomial. Number 8, we want to make sure we distribute the negative across. I can drop the first set of parentheses without changing any of the signs. But on the one on the right, change all of the signs. And then we're going to combine like terms. So that's going to give me 3 minus 1 is 2x to the third. And then I have minus 4 plus 6, so that's plus 2x. And then the ones actually cancel each other out. So this is raised to the third power, so it's cubic. And there's two terms, so it's a binomial, cubic binomial. Number 9, I can go ahead and just drop the signs. I have a positive, so none of the signs change. All right, so then I have x to the third, so negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4x to the third. Then I have 5x squared minus 1x squared, so that's going to be 4x squared. And then I have a 1x and a negative 8x, so that's negative 7x. And it looks like my 9's cancel each other out. So my highest exponent is 3, so it's cubic. And there's three terms, so this is a trinomial. Number 10, we can go ahead and drop the first set of parentheses. Don't change any of the signs. There's nothing out front. The second set of parentheses, we can drop those as well. The third set of parentheses, I can drop those as well. I don't have to change any of the signs. Now we're going to combine all like terms. So I have x squared, and x squared. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 8 is 15x squared, minus 11x, plus 1x, that's minus 10x, minus 2x is minus 12x. And that's all there is. So it's second degree. So that is quadratic. And there's two terms, so it's a binomial. Number 11, I need to make sure I distribute my negative. So I can drop the first set of signs without changing any signs. Then I get minus 2x plus x squared minus 9. So let's do it in order. So I had x squared. Then I have 6x minus 2x is plus 4x. Then I have negative 8 and negative 9 is negative 17. So this is a quadratic. And there's three terms, so it's a quadratic trinomial. Number 12, we don't have any signs to drop. We just need to start combining like terms. So I have 7x squared minus 7x squared. Those cancel. And I have negative 4x and positive 4x. Those cancel each other out. And I have positive 3x. Those cancel. So I just am left with a 5. Okay? So there's not an x there. So this is a constant. And there's one term. So it's a monomial. Number 13, I'm going to combine those together. So I get negative 10x squared. Then I have 12x and 3x, that's 15x. It looks like positive 7, negative 7 cancel out, so the highest exponent is 2, so it's quadratic. And there's two terms, so it's a binomial. Okay, you're going to hand this in on Monday. Okay, make sure it's complete. Okay, now the sub's going to give you worksheet 6.6, so make sure you have that. It should be on my desk. So let's take a look at 6.6 and see how we do. Okay, so now that you have worksheet 6.6 in front of you, let's take some notes. So we are using the distributive power. So I'm going to distribute over the parentheses. So I get 2 times 3, which is 6. And x to the first times x to the second, you add the exponents. So that becomes x to the third. And then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. X to the first times x to the first, add the exponents, becomes x to the second. I'm not sure why that changed color, but it did. Problem number 2, realize that's 4x to the first, so you distribute here. So 4 times 3 is 12. X to the first times x to the second is x to the third. Remember, you add the exponents. And then I get 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. X to the first times x to the first is going to be x to the second. Then I get 4x times 6 is going to give me 24x. And let's see, if we use a distributive, multiply each polynomial. Cool, that's all we have to do. Now we have to find the area. This one's an area. It's no longer perimeter. So remember, area, you're going to multiply the length and the width together. So if we call this the length and we call this the width, and actually I find out in geometry, it doesn't matter which one you label. So the area is going to be the length times the width. So the area is going to be 2x plus 5 times 4x squared. So on this one, I'm going to distribute this over here. So I'm going to get 4 times 2, which is 8. X squared times x to the first is going to be x to the third. And then 4 times 5 is going to give me 20. And then the x squared comes along. So this is the area of this particular rectangle. Okay, so now we have to start double distributing. So I'm going to multiply this x here and here, and then I'm actually going to multiply this negative 2 here and here. Let's go ahead and do that math. So x times x to the first times x to the first is x to the second. X times positive 5 is positive 5x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Combine your like terms. Those are like terms. So you're going to get x squared. 5x minus 2x is 3x minus 10. So that's how you multiply them together. Okay, so we're double distributing on these. Okay, this is a little bit different, but if you use the highlighters, you can borrow the ones up front, and it'll work for you. So on this one, I'm going to distribute this here and here, and then I'm going to distribute the 5 here and here. So if we go ahead and do the math, 2x to the first times x to the first is going to give me 2x squared. 2x times 4 is 8x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 4 is 20. Those are like terms, so go ahead and combine them together. So 8x plus 5x is 13x. And there is our entire answer. Okay. So I'm going to distribute 3x here and here, and then I'm going to distribute -1 here and here. So 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 3x times 3 is 9x. -1 times 4x is -4x. -1 times 3 is -3. These are like terms, so combine them together. So 9x minus 4x is 5x minus 3. There is our answer. Okay, number 7 looks a little goofier. Okay, so let's go real slow here. Okay, I'm going to take this 4x and I'm going to multiply it here and here and here. And then I'm going to take this -3 and I'm going to distribute it here and here and here. So there's a little bit more to this one. So 4x times 5x, so 4x to the first times 5x to the second is 20x to the third. 4x times -2x, so 4x to the first times -2x, that's going to give me -8x squared, because those are both to the first power. And then 4x times 1 is 4x. And then I'm going to go -3 times 5x squared is -15x squared. -3 times -2x is going to give me +6x. And -3 times +1 is -3. Now we got to start combining like terms. So I don't have any other x to the third, so 20x to the third. I have -8x squared and -15x squared. So if I combine those, I'm going to get -23x squared. Then 4x and 10x, or 4x and 6x is 10x. And then I just have this 3 by itself, -3. There's our answer. So that's a big distributing. Find the area of the rectangle. So I have this and this. We're going to, in order to find the area, we're going to multiply them together. Remember length and width. So that's length and that's width. So area equals 5x plus 2, x plus 8. And again, we're going to double distribute. So the 5x comes here and here. And then the -2 comes here and here, so double distribute. So you get 5x times x is 5x squared, because remember those are both to the first power. And then 5x times 8 is 40x. And then 2 times x is 2x. And then 2 times 8 is 16. Combine your like terms. Those are like terms. So the area of this rectangle is going to be 5x squared plus 42x plus 16. So please complete the rest of this. So you remember you're distributing here and here. This one you're distributing all to those. This one you're distributing all there. Remember your x's are to the first power. This one is going to be a double distribute. So here, here, multiply here, here. Multiply here, here, here. So 3x times x, and double distribute here. Again, distribute, distribute, distribute here, and distribute. Make sure you're combining like terms. So as you go all the way through this, you might want to draw these lines so you remember how to do it, so don't get yourself caught off guard. Notice I'm double distributing to each of those. Okay, this is one of those triple distributes. So here, here, and here, and then the 10 goes here, here, and here. Combine all those like terms. Remember that's to the first, so I distribute here and here, and then here and here. Combine like terms. And then, ooh, this one's perimeter. So remember, add up all the sides. Remember, that's x squared plus 6x on top, and then it's x plus 5. So add up all the sides. And then if you're going to find the area, so perimeter is adding up all the sides. The area is going to be length times width. So if this is the length and this is the width, you're going to have to set it up like this: x squared plus 6x minus 4, and then x plus 5. So distribute here, here, and here, and then also distribute this 5 here, here, and here, and then combine your like terms. So this will be due on Monday as well, so make sure you feel comfortable about it. So on Monday, you are going to want to, Monday, this will be due. Monday, make sure worksheet 6.5 is done, and worksheet 6.6. I'll be collecting both on Monday, or anything else that you might have to turn in. I hope you have a great day. Work quietly, figure out these problems. If you get it done before the weekend ends, or before Friday ends in class, you won't have any homework. Take care of one another.